fabulous clarinet players. Miss Ramsey here. I'm making you a video to practice with. So remember, you can pause this video anytime. The goal is for you not just to watch it, but for you to be practicing and playing along with me. So what you need for this video is you're going to need to have your mouthpiece and barrel assembled with your ligature and reed. So you want to make sure if you need to pause your video, go put those things together. Please do. All right. Now, before we start practicing together, you and I want you to double check you can get a sound on your clarinet. Now, some reasons you might not get a sound have to do with your reed. So you want to double check that your reed is below the silver line, your ligature is right in the middle. It's nice and tight, so if you move this, your reed's not going to wiggle around. You should have a little tiniest little sliver of black at the top. If your reed's too high, it won't play. If it's too low, it won't play. If it's not in the center, it won't play. And if it's not wet enough, so remember, all of your reed, the top, bottom, middle, everything needs to be wet, not just the part that goes in your mouth. So if you're not getting a sound before we start, change those things. Make an adjustment with your ligature, make an adjustment, put your reed back in your mouth, double check those things, okay? All right, so if you need to double check, do that. You can pause it, but now we're gonna get started. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be playing, and then I'm gonna have you imitate. So I'll play, you play, I play, you play, I play, you play. So you're gonna listen to me, and then you're gonna imitate. And then you listen to me, and then you're imitating. We're gonna be working really hard on getting this embouchure correct, and then hopefully we're gonna learn a couple new notes today too. Okay, so I'm setting my metronome. I'm sitting up nice and straight. There's the bell. So I'm sitting up nice and straight. My feet are flat on the floor. I'm tapping my toe. And I'm gonna go ee-oo. Make this nice little chapstick looking bottom lip. So if I'm gonna put on my chapstick, this is actually cork grease, so I won't put it on. This will be nice and flat, and it makes these corners come down. It makes my chin nice and flat. Ee-oo. Brings all of this down, which is important when we play the clarinet. This is kind of a scary face without a clarinet. With a clarinet, it looks normal. Okay. Ee-oo. And we're gonna slide this in, and your teeth go on top. The weight of your clarinet goes up against your top teeth. Okay? So if I'm playing my clarinet, you should have your teeth resting here. See that? We don't want to go like that. I can get a sound, but it's not very good. Teeth on top. Okay? So I'm going to play, then you're going to play. Here we go. Tap your toe with me. Down, up, ready, set. Here I go. Your turn. Very nice. So I played for 4 beats and you played for 4 beats. That's how that's going to work. You shouldn't be playing at the same time as me. Okay, so you'd be playing opposite. Now, when we play the clarinet, we don't play it out like this. It's not a trumpet. It's going to be down. And a good way to check is take your index finger and put it right in the crook of your chin. Your clarinet should rest right on it. Okay, we don't want it out here because that means our mouthpiece is going to be in the wrong place, which is going to make us not sound as good. And it's going to be harder once we start using our tongue. So it's going to set right there. So if every once in a while you need to check, so we go, ee-oo, slide on those teeth. You can also double check, ee-oo, sliding your thumb right there. That's how your mouthpiece should be. Looks like I'm sucking my thumb, but I'm biting it. Ee-oo. Check that. All right, we're going to do some more of these. Here we go. Ee-oo, slide it in, teeth on top. Double check here if you need to. Check the angle. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. I go first. And stop. Very nice. So again, you can go back and rewind that, but you want to make sure you're trying to match the pitch I'm doing. Now, if I am playing a different pitch, so if I go like this, watch. See what I said about the angle? The angle makes a difference. I get a different sound when I tilt it that way. Or if I have my cheeks puffed out. So if you want to match that sound, E-U, anchor up. All of these muscles are working. Remember, that's called your embouchure. We want that good sound, so you can always check that with your finger. All right, we're gonna do one more set. Try to make sure, listen, see if yours matches mine. If yours sounds different, maybe you need to double check. Maybe you're puffing your cheeks a little bit. Maybe your angle is wrong. So you want to make those adjustments. Don't wait for me to tell you in class. You can hear it. You guys are smart. All right, here we go. Sitting up nice and straight, edge of our seat. I'm going to go first, and that'll be your turn. Down, up, ready, set, and go. All right, good. So I was playing and then you were playing. Remember, you can always adjust this. So we want to make sure your pitch matches my pitch. All right, so you guys ready to get fancy? We're going to start doing some fancier things. So if you have your book, we're actually going to be doing the first couple lines in your book, but you don't need to get it out. We're just going to do it first with it on the board. So your very first note on your clarinet goes right here at the bottom of your staff. That is a, do you remember? Every E, this is our E. And on song number 1 in your book, and in your book it's on page 6, so if after this video you want to check it out, you can. We play that E 4 times. But we're going to play it as a whole note, and hopefully we all remember that a whole note gets 4 beats. So what will happen is we'll play an E for 4 beats, and then we'll rest for 4 beats. E for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats. E for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats. E for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats. That's hard to say in a row. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice that first. So we're going to count 4 whole notes. That says 4. This marker is terrible, everyone. There we go. That's a good one. So we're going to do an E times 4. We're just going to have 4 beats of rest in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count. I'm going to have you count me. So we're going 1. Then we've got 4 beats of rest. 1. So that's what we'll be doing for our 4 whole notes. So 4 whole notes, with each with rests in between. And I want to do 1. We're going to stop. So we're going to put our finger where we stop, because that's going to be helpful once we start actually blowing air into our instruments and trying to play these notes. All right, so you're going to do this with me. So let's a little slower like that. All right, tapping our toe, sitting up on the edge of the beats. So we're counting 4 whole notes with 4 whole rests that are going to be in between. Okay, here we go. Down, up, ready, set, and go. 1. Do it again. 1. Yes, you sound like a broken lawnmower. It's okay. 1. Off. 2, 3, 4. 1. Good. And the reason I'm doing this little tap symbol is because that's where we're going to release the note once we start playing. So that's really important. I want you to do it with me. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Here we go. 1. 1. 2. 1. 1. I know, we sound like weird. It sounds like a broken lawnmower to me. But it will eventually equal beautiful clarinet playing, I promise. Your family's like, what is that sound happening? Now, what we're going to do in saying the counting is we're going to say E. We're going to say the note name. So we're going to go E. Let me grab my clarinet to make sure I'm singing the right pitch for you guys. Where's the rest of my... Oh, I lost it. How embarrassing. It was right here, right behind me the whole time. Okay. So here's my E. E. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing 4 E's, and then we'll have a whole rest in between. And I'm still going to do this when I cut off the E. All right, here we go. Sitting up straight. Tap your toe. Here's our count off. Down, up, ready, set, and go. E. E. right, so those are our E's. Was I singing the right pitch? We'll see. I started talking and I forgot what it was. Ooh, it was the right pitch. Hooray! Miss Ramsey's not as senile as she thinks she is. Okay, so now we're going to do that one more time. But this time we're going to put together, you guys excited? So you might need to pause. You're going to go grab the top joint of your clarinet only, just the top joint. Go grab it. Pause the video if you need to. Hooray, you're back! Okay, so you're going to make sure you have cork grease on that, and you're very carefully going to connect just the top joint. You do not need the rest of your clarinet. You have half a clarinet right now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to be playing E. So E is your thumb on the back, covering that hole in your first finger. And we're using our left hand, so our left hand. We don't want to use our right hand because then you would be, your clarinet's not made that way. You'd be hitting all these keys over here. So left hand, thumb and first finger, that is the fingering to E. And on clarinet, when you are covering the holes, you should cover them completely. Do you see those little circles on my fingers? Oh, I also have some marker. How nice. So you're going to cover that hole completely, just like that. Boop. If you're not covering it all the way, the right note won't come out. So here's what our E sounds like. We go E-oo. Oh, it says E. E-oo. Slide up. You can check there if you need to. And you're going to take your other hand. So is this my right hand? Yeah, your right hand. I don't have my right for my left. How embarrassing. Right hand, you're just going to hold on the barrel for now. And that's your E. So you can experiment a little bit. Play the E a few times. I'm going to back up so you can see thumb and first finger. Thumb on that back hole. First finger here. All right, so we're going to play the E times 4. So E, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, right? Okay, here we go. Now I'm not going to have you tap at the end of the E because you've got a lot going on in your hands. Here we go. Sitting up straight. We've got our thumb. You can even see that imprint on the back. Thumb here, first finger here. Not here, on that first hole. That's really important. All right. E. Double check. Teeth on top. Nice and firm. Double check that angle. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Here for E's. Does that make sense? So those are your E's. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play an E, and then on the rest, you're going to play it. Okay? So I play the E, then you play the E. I play the E, then you play the E. All right. Last time you played with me. This time you'll do the opposite. So I'm going to go first. Here we go. U, teeth on top, anchor up against those top teeth. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. I go first. And stop. Very nice. All right, so we learned our first note. Now, if you want to go into your band book on page 6, you actually have 3 notes on page 6. You have E, you have D, and you have C. Now, C will not work very well with just the top joint of your clarinet, so you need to put your whole clarinet together. But if you want to go ahead and look at those notes, you can. But I want you to practice with this video at least 4 times before your next band class. And I want you to go through all the steps. Even if you feel like you have it, we want to be paying really close attention to what we do here. The better we get this at the beginning, the easier it's going to be when we add all of our clarinets and we start playing all kinds of crazy fun things. So we want to make sure this is nice. Sitting up always nice and straight, and we're tapping our toes. All right, happy practicing, clarinet players. Bye!